Mr. Chef there, I thought I usually see a conjunctive too here, or are you neglecting the women? Exactly. I don't want to put you in trouble.
No, I'm sorry. Listen. So, yeah. With all due respect, this is not, this amend nothing about the. I think the women's at Konjang, that is a group that has projected Atlanta to heights beyond imagination. And thank you so much for doing that. However, I wanted to say that LECDA Atlanta does not control the WOCA. That is a whole organization by itself. It is a Libyan women's group, and we welcome their presence in our midst. The spices that they bring to our community, you can't put a value on that.
All right, very quickly to California.
My name is Nkamami from California. We have 48 members. And what has really made us is not everybody, when you come to California next year, you will not see everybody say Alele, because some are intermarried. We have some of those people. And LECDA life has grown in California because of the BLM meeting. Everybody in California knows about the BLM meeting. And another benefit that we have, if a member dies, we just did it, one of our members died, and we give $8,000 for a member who dies. Each month, we contribute $20. So over the years, I've been president there like 20-something years, and almost, yeah. Because what happened there is, you get people who come up, and you really want to make sure that there are people quite prepared to take over. Hopefully, after the convention, we have some really good guys, young people now who will take over. So California, you guys, everybody is welcome to California next year. Thank you.
Thank you. It's very good that you know to start to book your ticket and everything else starting now, because California, you're going to Hollywood. So you be prepared. You have 1 year to prepare. So we'll go to Arizona. Arizona first.
Hi. I'll probably keep it very short. I've made a little chapter report. So currently, Arizona has 89 members and remains one of the active members of the LECDA USA branch. A total of about 52 members of us contributed our LECDA convention to use, which shows that we're committed to this course. Last year, we hosted a convention that brought together 5 funds from the USA, and we try to showcase our culture and unity and our pride, so we're working on that. This year, the chapter is actively working on revising its constitution to strengthen our governance and to address the evolving needs of the organization. Additionally, we have the youth who have been active for approximately 2 years and continue to grow, and remain an encouraging sign for us with the chapter on sustainability. So we have a youth group that was created. We've had some deaths in the community. We lost a member this year, so we had a funeral there. And so we've experienced our own fair challenges, which is maintaining consistent attendance and participation, which the bigger body too is facing. Financial demands associated with hosting major events, and also balancing growth with organizational structures and improvements. So we're working on that. So we remain optimistic about the future and continue to work on our constitution and engage the youth in all our efforts. So thank you.
Awesome. Can I just crave the indulgence of everybody? If Arizona lost a member, it means we lost a member. And there are probably some other members to be reported. Can we give them a minute of silence? May his souls and the souls of all faithful departed rest in peace.
Amen.
And may their memories be a blessing.
Amen. I remember Arizona hosted one of the most unique conventions last year, very successful. So we'll go on to Houston.
Hello, good evening everybody. All protocol respected. I'm Imelda Assom. I'm here representing the president of LECDA Houston. Mr. Chairman, Please give me some time because it's the write-up that was sent. Please. Okay.
Because you actually were the ones, it is because of you that we actually put this on the agenda.
Yes.
We would.
It was on the agenda. I asked if I came here.
Right.
Okay. LECDA Houston Chapter Report, Atlanta 2026, presented at the 2026 LECDA National Convention, Atlanta. Theme, the BLM Paradise 2050, from vision to action. By the Houston, good afternoon, distinguished national executive, Your Royal Highnesses, chiefs, beacons, marshals, chapter leaders, elders, brothers and sisters of our great BLM community. On behalf of the entire LECDA Houston chapter, we extend warm greetings from Houston, Texas, proudly known as the Big H. We thank God Almighty for granting us the opportunity for gather once again as a people, united by our culture, heritage, and a shared vision for the future of the BLM. As we reflected on this year's convention theme, the BLM Paradise 2050, from vision to action, the Houston chapter is proud to report that we continue to transform ideas into meaningful and measurable action through unity, commitment, and community development. Over the past year, the Houston chapter has made significant strides in strengthening our organization, fostering unity among members, and contributing to the development of our community, both in diaspora and back home. Chapter progress and achievement. We successfully launched our uniform launch. One of our major achievements over the past year was the successful launch of the LECDA Houston chapter uniform, which you see us wearing today. This initiative significantly strengthened our chapter identity, foster unity among members, and enhance our visibility at community events and national gatherings. The enthusiasm and strong support demonstrated by members during the launch reflected a clean sense of togetherness and pride within our chapter. We would also like to sincerely acknowledge and appreciate the presence of Mr. CEO Pascal Etienne during the uniform launch ceremony, as well as his generous donation and continued support towards the growth and success of the Houston chapter. His encouragement and contribution greatly inspire our members and reinforce the spirit of unity within our community. Clean Water Project. The Houston chapter also has made a significant progress in community development through the Clean Water Project initiative. Thanks to the generosity and collective support of our members and partners, we successfully raised approximately $12,000 in support of this meaningful cause. This project demonstrates our strong commitment to improving living conditions for our people back home and advancing sustainable development in the BLM. Access to clean water is not just a necessity, it is essential for promoting better health, enhancing quality of life, and building stronger and more resilient community. Growth of the LECDA Solidarity Group. We are equally pleased to report a steady increase in enrollment within the LECDA Solidarity Group. This continued growth reflects the confidence our members have in our shared vision of standing together during life's most important moments, whether in times of celebration, hardship, or bereavement. The Solidarity Group remains a vital pillar of support for our families, highlighting the strength of unity and the importance of collective responsibility within our diaspora community. Challenges and concerns. While we celebrate our progress, we must also acknowledge and address the challenges affecting many chapters and founder organizations across the diaspora. The Houston chapter respectfully notes the limited presence and participation of LECDA USA National Board during times of bereavement within chapters and founder organizations, particularly when a member experiences the loss of loved one within the diaspora. In our culture, being present during times of mourning, it is a powerful expression of unity, compassion, and leadership. We believe that stronger national representation and support during such difficult moments would further deepen the bond between the national body and the local chapter. Proposal. Creation of LECDA Heritage Center in the U.S. As part of a long-term vision aligned with LECDA Paradise 2050, the Houston chapter respectfully proposed the establishment of the LECDA Heritage Center in the United States. This center serves several important purposes. Provide a permanent space dedicated to the preservation and display of LECDA cultural artifacts, history, and tradition. Offers a venue for convention, cultural events, educational programs, and community gatherings. Function as a commercial rental facility capable of generating sustainable income. Serve as a tourism and cultural destination for LECDA descendants as well as the wider diaspora community. Such a center will not only preserve our cultural identity for future generations, but also stand as a lasting symbol of unity, progress, and pride within the diaspora. In conclusion, the Houston chapter remains steadfast in the commitment to support the mission and vision of LECDA USA. We firmly believe that through unity, accountability, cultural preservation, and purposeful development, we can collectively realize the LECDA paradise we envision in 2050. We extend our sincere appreciation to the national leadership, all chapters, and every member who continue to contribute tirelessly to the growth and progress of this community. God bless LECDA Houston. God bless LECDA USA. God bless LECDA.
Yeah, I think that is a wonderful report right there. And if I take 30 seconds, one thing that we need to incorporate in the Building Paradise Vision 2050 is we will live right here, because our focus has always been in Cameroon. We will live here. The only thing that will benefit right now is the Solidarity Group. That's it. So we have to do that.
Just two things for just two items for the purposes of the rapporteurs, if you can ask. The 12,000 for the water project, wonderful thing, was that executed back in the BLM or here? The money. Okay, so the money has been raised, but it hasn't yet been spent. But that is an indication, because it goes ties with what Professor Zeguk has been talking about water. So it's actually inviting the national leadership to say collaborate with you people to pick up that as a project that you have identified, correct? And I think the last thing that I thank you for that. The last thing that I just wanted to also would be, what is your membership? Great. Active. Convention dues. No, thank you. Can we give her a round of applause? And once again, thank you for really bringing this to our consciousness and bringing this back to to the agenda.
Yeah,
So,
we'll have the last chapter report will be in New York.
Thank you. On behalf of LECDA New York, even though I live in Virginia, I lived in New York, and we still belong to LECDA New York, myself and my husband. Blasius Fonkem is the president, so I'm speaking on behalf of the New York chapter via the president, Blasius Fonkem. Membership is 24. All members is a mandate that they belong to LECDA Life, and all belong to LECDA Life with their children and also their extended families. Yearly dues in LECDA New York also include dues to LECDA USA. So since inception, LECDA New York has contributed towards the LECDA USA. What else? I think that's it, yeah. And also, LECDA New York also supports all the activities of LECDA USA.
Thank you. I think there was Boston in the house, right? Yeah.
Boston is not represented as a chapter.
Okay. So
the condoms.
well, okay. So condoms, organizations.
Who was that? Condoms, sort of.
All protocol duly respected. That's fine. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for being here, and I want to give a special applause to our son, the CEO, for us offering him to the BLM people to take us where we are today. This is the first CEO of LECDA USA from Minnesota. So again, can we give him another hand of applause, please? Thank you so much. We are about 200 registered members in the US. We have 4 chapters, New York, Boston, Maryland, and Arizona. Those are the functional chapters. And we also have, this year, at least 50 people have paid their $50 for the contribution. We received $4,000 from LECDA USA, and we added $6,000, and we constructed a solar panel worth $10,000. It's functioning already. Thank Gaza Media for covering that for us. Thank you so much. We want to let it grow by, we bought already computers, and we are going to set up a computer lab. So thank you so much. Again, we have a convention coming up in July in Boston. Everybody's invited, July 17 and 18. If we, in our small condoms, are doing the little things that we are doing, we think that the BLM Paradise Vision 2050 will not be a fantasy, but something, a reality. So thank you again, and let's continue. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Otta. Please, I forgot, if you want to, when you give a report, come here so you'll be captured by Gaza Media, because what he does, when he does reporting is, he will be picking those bits and pieces and apply them where it's relevant and send to media. So, I don't know if they captured Austin when they were presenting. I forgot to bring her over here. So please, Houston, sorry, please. Come forward here when you want to talk. Let's go to Nduwated. Nduwated, that's right. After that, the Kulu.
His Royal Highnesses, the executive team. I am the incoming representative of the Board of Nduwated in USA and Canada. We received the $3,000 and we are investing that money in building a nursery school in what we call Chen. The money was short, and right now what we are doing is trying to raise some more money to finish up with the project. In addition to that, we have water, which is at Fundem. Anybody going down, that here where they call Fundem, we have type 1 water that is right there. It's not by Lukuda, but some sons and daughters of that area. If you're going down, you're thirsty, you can turn on the tap, and you can drink some water right there. In Chen also, we put some money and we have some roads in Chen. Most of the cocoa in the BLM come from Chen. So from Chen now, the farm to market road is almost readily available. So we are able to bring all of those produce to the markets. I'm representing the president of the Kuda USA, who is not here, Mr. Pius. I just happen to be one of the advisors elder in the village. So really, we do have chapters in California. Last year we had a convention, the CEO was there, and we raised about $50,000. It was heavily attended. So that just tells you, next year, please, if you show up, we can raise 100,000. In California, friends show up and support, because I've been there for long and I have friends. So please, I'm counting on everybody, not just on the hotel. The hotel convention is going to hold in Minnesota in August. I'm already trying to convert some people to our neighbors to show up in Minnesota to support us. So we do have chapters in California, in Minnesota, in New York, Maryland, and Maryland. Those are the chapters that we do have. So thank everybody, and thank CEO. You were there when we had the convention. You've always been there to support us. Chief Commissioner, he's always been there, our neighbor. He's now a member of our California LECDA community. Thank you.
All right, very quickly to the bank. Any other fundum after the bank? Comes, yeah, comes. That's right. And Mongbin, and yeah, 3 more, yes.
Protocol duly respected. I'm the Vice CEO of Lukudo USA. We have 6 functional chapters, and the 6 functional chapters have more than 1,200 members. I would like to thank the CEO of LECDA for his presence last year at our convention in Boston, and I would like to invite everybody to show up in Virginia in July for the next Lukudo convention. And the CEO was there, he witnessed it. We were able to raise quite a substantial amount of money, about $179,000. So I'm here represented to tell you that we were so glad to receive the sum of $3,000 from LECDA USA. And with that money, we were able to start up a project where we are actually building a computer lab. We're actually putting a computer lab at City Wisdom College Hotel and a computer lab at grammar school. And that's probably going to cost us about $10,000. So far, we had a substantial donation from the son of the chef there, Tony Asun. The son, Gio Tayo, donated 49 computers to Lukudo. And those 49 computers were transferred to Cameroon, and they will be arriving in Cameroon on the 28th. So we bought 2 Starlink high performance, and they are on their way to Cameroon. We got the computer screens. We like to thank Gaza Media for signing up his badge. They were able to build
Gaza 8990.
Gaza 8990 was able to build a state-of-the-art solar electrification at grammar school in Fontaine. So once we get these computers home, the inauguration day is going to be the 1st of July. So on the 1st of July, Gaza Media is going to be reporting directly from Fontaine, where we're going to be able to have a computer lab at grammar school, Fontaine, which is sponsored by LECDA USA initiative in partnership with Lukudo and in support with Gaza 8990. So that is going to be done at grammar school and City Wisdom Fontaine on the 1st of July. So, so far, the money that was given to us, we are putting in good use, and we will be able to report here next year, and you will be able to see those results from back home. Thank you.
It is also important to announce that the CEO is also a member of Gaza 8990, where the solar plant is being planted in GBHS Fontem. I just want to point that out.
And just to
correct the gather in 1990 and the media.
When you see it, the alumni of GBHS Fontem has actually bought 50 additional computers, which have already arrived. And somebody has also already donated, one of the batch members have already donated another 50. So if you have family who is going to GBHS Fontem, there will be computer literate, right? Because there's internet, there is thanks to maybe as we do here.
He's the advisor.
There will go, and then there is the solar panel,
yeah,
and then the computers are there. So what else do we need? Right? We're in good shape.
Exactly. So when you hear Fondom's place, when you give report, give an approximate statistic of how many are in the USA. Lekudo mentioned 1,000, 2,200. That's it. 1,200 is a tip on the iceberg. He's just talking those who are registered because the people are more than 4,000 in the USA. Let's go to Bambo.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present the report from the Bambo community. Good evening, distinguished leaders and members of LECDA USA, represented elders, brothers and sisters, and friends of LEBLM. On behalf of Bandeka USA, I bring warm greetings and sincere appreciation for this opportunity to join LECDA at this important fundraising event for LECDA USA 2050 vision. Bandeka USA remains committed to preserve our cultural heritage, strengthening unity among our people, supporting impactful development projects in LEBLM. In 2025, one of our proudest achievements was our medical outreach program, which recorded over 90% success. More than 4,000 people were screened and 25 life-changing surgeries were successfully performed. This initiative demonstrates what is possible when we come together to serve our communities. This year, Bandeka USA has adopted the Tabot Community Water Project, which aims to provide clean drinking water to more than 2,600 residents. We also commend LECDA USA for its visionary internet project. Reliable internet access will transform the BLM by expanding education, improving healthcare, supporting businesses, and connecting our youth to opportunities around the world. The projects like this and ours shows that no single organization can do it alone. Bandeka USA believes strongly in inclusive partnership when organizations such as LECDA USA and Bandeka work together. We can achieve far more for our people. Tonight, as we support this fundraising effort, let us reaffirm our shared commitment to building a stronger, healthier, and more connected BLM. I would also like to say this year too, personally, I also had to carry some small initiative in Wabanu, where I decided to use an organization called ROVA to go to the field, do a need identification, and they came out with some children, or the privileged ones, and those who could not run out of the place because they didn't have relatives and they didn't have even the transport of people to go stay with. So this year I had to pay fee for 527 girls who I had announced, and some of them came back to the village. And that was just to boost and make some people come back to the village, because the village was completely empty. Those who were there were those who didn't know where to go and how to study. So I'm so happy to be among my brothers and my sisters, my children. I know there are others who are older than me, but I always claim to be home. So thank you, and may God bless LECDA USA and Bandeka USA and the BLM community as a whole. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're so happy to have Bambo here. This will only be the second time, apart from 2024, that we had a report from Bambo. So we move on to Gong. Yes, if you want to be on the spotlight with Gaza Media, I crave for the indulgence to step over there, please.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. High Table, Mr. CEO, you've done a fantastic job. And I mean, your leadership is just incredible. I just stand here in front of everybody, James Howard, to say that in addition to me coming to the convention, we're a young, growing community in Kong and Wabadi, and I was sent by the president to come and say a few things. And so we started, few of us, started to about 4 or 5 different states, and a total of about 22. And before I came, they said, look, for what LECDA has done, they have to do everything to make sure that they're all members of LECDA. So they send their contribution of $50, all of the 22 members, so 100% of our participation. More importantly, they were extremely very elated. The $4,000 that was given to Nkong, 3,000 advance, they carried a project of school benches. So we were able to manufacture 135 benches that accommodated 420 students across the collection. So on it, when the project committee was putting all of that together, they said they have to put on each bench donated by LECDA USA and CUDA USA. So when I have some of the pictures, I actually gave some of the pictures to put in the BOT forum, and you will see some of it there. And so when Gaza Media get a chance to see all of the benches, which I did connect the Gaza Media president with our president, they see coordinating to put all of that together. You'll see on each of the benches donated by LECDA USA plus Nkuda North America. So I want to take this opportunity again to thank each and every one of us here, to thank LECDA. We've been at this fight for a long time. My brother, Dr. Futishan here, my brother, Dr. Ngezim here, and all of us. I just believe that in anything that we want to do, as long as we do not quit and stay the course, it will come to fruition. And to me, I see that LECDA is coming to fruition and changing the life of our people in the BLM. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Chief. James Afwe initiated the BLM Paradise Vision 2050. He was the one who brought the idea. That's the idea creator. Put your hands together for him, please. I was talking about, giving statistics. There are over 500 people from Donata in the U.S., and there are over 76 from Bamako in the U.S. So we really like those statistics to be coming up when you give your report. Next will be Mwawata, and then the Mwangwam.
again. All protocol respected. I'm here in the capacity of the CEO of Mameto or Makudu USA. I'm just going to give a brief report on what we've been doing. So for 2025, 2026, we focus mostly on healthcare. And we had other activities supported like kids in school. As you all know, a new school was created in a fundamental St. Joseph Secondary School. It started off as a community school, which was going on during the war, and Makudu USA supported that school throughout during the war. It was being run by the priest, and so we always threw our support behind him. So eventually the bishop came over and transformed that school to a full-fledged Catholic secondary school. So we now have a new St. Joseph Secondary School in Fundamental. And then, so as you all know, 2024 and 2025, we ran successful health campaigns, and I'll address the issue that Dr. Folefak brought up earlier. So the past 2 years, when we ran the health campaign, we found so many needs for our people. When we did the campaign, it was, to encourage our people to come back home and stay at home. So one of the things is we realized that you cannot live without your health. So we try to establish an environment where people won't have to worry about their health. So during the health campaign, we found a lot of needs. And for 2026, we did not go back to the campaign because we had to divert the resources to buy equipment that were missing. So in 2026, my executive and I, with the support of the Mameto USA community, we replaced all the broken equipment that were in the health center and bought new ones and everything that was needed. So something as simple as an ambu-bag for those in the healthcare community. An ambu-bag is just something that someone stopped breathing. That's the first thing that you want to use to resuscitate a person. And we did not have that in the health center. So just simple little things like that. We had to pick those little needs and make sure now the health center is fully equipped and we have the resident doctor on the payroll of Makudu USA that will train. And I want to emphasize that this is not just for the Mameto people. When you develop one fundam, you're developing the community of the island. Because by us having a resident doctor, I want to tell you that this brings everybody in a neighborhood except those down in Menji. Because prior to this, our people will either go up to Chan or go down to Menji for their health care. But with us having a medical doctor in Fundamental, we have people in Nuate being served by that health center. We have people in other places now coming for healthcare at places that is more closer to them, and you don't have people dying on the way just to get basic healthcare needs. So I just want to say that was very important for us to, that's one of the reasons. It takes a lot to run a campaign. But we realize that we can still run the campaign, but it would be better to come up with a more long-term sustainable resolution. So that's why we decided to divert the money to equip the health center. And I also want to add that this is something that is not new in our community, but while buying our equipment, we were able to fully equip a dental clinic. So we have a full-fledged dental clinic, and we are so we're lucky that we have one of our daughters that is a dentist, and she works out in Cuba. So she has how can I say, not committed, but she gave us a word that every 3 months she will make a trip to the village to consult people and treat them. So quarterly we'll be running those campaigns, not campaigns, but putting the words out there when she's coming out so people can come and explore, because we really need that dental care, right? So, our health comes from our mouth, so we need to take care of that. So we have a full dental clinic, so nothing is missing in that part. So that is, those are the things that we really we've been doing for the past year or so. And then we're also one of the happy recipients of the $4,000 donated by LECDA USA. When we received that money, we already had water project in mind, which was interrupted by the war. So it was a perfect time for us. Even though the money was supposed to be directed in education, we decided to put a borehole in the only government technical college that we have in Montreal. So we are in process. We've done the feasibility studies, but due to the weather conditions, the drilling has been delayed. But I'm hopeful that in the next 1 to 2 months, we'll be able to come up with pictures of the completion of the project. So we will be putting the borehole in GTC Fundamental, and this is going to not only serve the students of the school, but we're also going to serve the surrounding community with the clean running water. So that's why we chose the borehole project. So it's a project that costs more than $4,000, but this is a partnership between LECDA USA and Makudu USA, and so you'll be able to see all the pictures and everything. Well, thank you so much for your attention, and may God continue to bless us all, and God bless the year.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Real quickly will be
the last one, I guess.
That will be the last one before the keynote.
Good evening, everyone. Chief Otonga. As I said, I'll say it again. Thank you, LECDA USA, for the money given to the Mongbin people. Before the money was given, Mongbin was already planning to get into sewing machines. And the hall was ready, and that $4,000 came in, and it helped the Mongbin people to buy more sewing machines and more advanced textile sewing machines, as you might have covered in the Gaza media. So the Mongbin children are really in practice now due to that money which came and completed the project. I know the Mongbin man in the UA has done a really good job. We contributed some money almost. The project was launched, and Mongbin people in the US being the backbone of our Mongbin society, we totally contributed almost 22 million to construct a road from Mongbin to Besali, because most of our hot products like palm wine, all those cocoa come from the boundary between Mongbil and Besali. So the road was so challenging. So we tried to bring that project up. I know there are a lot of, we just have another project we are trying to look into it in Mongbil. And from what we gathered from the statistics, we have about 250 Mongbil people here in the US. And they are really doing a marvelous job. I think the lesson I will take home, I'm glad that Dr. Jarvis Kwango is here. We will all go and tell our Mongbil people that coming to LECDA meetings is important. Being represented in LECDA meeting is important. I'm here as a chief, not representing LECDA US. I'm just here as a chief. Something that happens in Mongbil, being here, I should be trying to unfold what has been going on. So we really appreciate what has been done and how it has helped the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So from where we talk statistics, there are about 500 in USA, and about 300 registered. So I turn over to put your hands together for that, please. Over to the chair.
I think with Council for All, we have two important key items. The keynote speaker, Professor J.J. Asongo, who is also the Chancellor of St. Monica University, was designated as this year's keynote speaker. Everybody knows him as a wonderful community development agent, and then also somebody who aimed to transform society. Professor Asongo was here, and then later went to open the St. Monica University in Cameroon, specifically in Boya. Right? And so, without much ado, I have the honor to have somebody present you, Professor J.J. Asongo, who will be our keynote speaker today.
Yeah, Professor J.J. Asongo will be presented by Professor Ben Bisejo.
Thanks so much for giving me a floor. Elites, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol respected, it's an honor for me to introduce our keynote speaker on this special occasion of LECDA 2026 Convention in Atlanta. Professor J.J. Asongo is an outstanding trailblazer in our community. Given our friendship and collaboration for some 30 years, I feel confident to introduce our keynote speaker to you this afternoon. Professor J.J. Asongo is a BLM man with the most courage you can find in the BLM. He is a BLM man who dares to try where others will see apprehension, fear, trepidation, and run away. And the BLM man who will do all it takes to better his community in the BLM and Cameroon at large. And the BLM man who will try everything in the world to make life work. Professor J.J. Asongo has served on the faculty of several universities here in the United States. He has set up and run his own companies here in the United States and in Cameroon, including St. Monica University in Boya, Cameroon, where he is owner and chancellor. He has worked for some Fortune 500 companies here in the United States. Professor Asongo led the SCMC here in the United States from the front as leader at some point. 2 years ago, he was designated by several Southern Cameroon groups as their lead negotiator for meetings with the Cameroon government. In our keynote speaker today, we have a bit of everything you ever asked for as a BLM man or woman in the diaspora. Please help me to welcome Professor J.J. Asongo to the podium for the keynote speaker.
Oh, I'm really humbled and thank you, Professor Bisejo. Distinguished leaders of LECDA USA, traditional rulers and elders, beloved sons and daughters of the BLM, friends and partners, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a privilege to sit before you today, not simply as a son of the BLM, but as someone deeply committed to the future of our people. I thank the organizers of this convention for creating a space where we do more than celebrate identity, where we reflect, we imagine, and we build. Our theme today is ambitious, the BLM Paradise 2050, from vision to action. That title asks us a difficult but necessary question. What kind of BLM do we want by 2050? Do we want a BLM that remains fragmented, underdeveloped, and dependent, or one that is educated, technologically connected, economically dynamic, institutionally organized, environmentally responsible, and capable of competing confidently in the modern world? I believe we already know the answer. The vision, but vision alone is never enough. Dreams do not build roads. Hope does not install internet. Pride does not create institutions. The future is building through organization, discipline, cooperation, and practical action. If we are serious about transforming the PLM, we must begin with confronting certain realities honestly. The first reality is fragmentation. Too often, we think first as villages, quarters, lineages, and neighborhoods before we think as people of the BLM. Every village wants its own project. Every group protects its own interests. Every community competes for attention. But development does not work that way. Roads, hospitals, digital infrastructure, and economic growth do not belong to one village or quarter. Development requires coordination, scale, and shared purpose. This does not mean abandoning local identity. It means learning to think at a higher level. We must begin to think as the BLM. Secondly, the second reality is geography. Historically, our ancestors settled across mountains, valleys, forests, and dispersed compounds. That made sense in an agriculture. That made sense for agriculture, security, kinship, and land access. But the modern world operates differently. It is difficult to efficiently deploy roads, hospitals, schools, electricity, internet, and industry across highly dispersed populations in mountain terrains. We cannot realistically build a prosperous BLM while assuming every inherited settlement pattern must remain unchanged. Development requires concentration, strategic semi-urban centers, infrastructure corridors, and hubs of education, commerce, healthcare, and technology. Perhaps, as painful as this is to acknowledge, the tragedy of the Amazonia War may become what the ancient Greeks called a kairos moment, a decisive historical turning point. History may be inviting us not merely to rebuild all the BLM, but to reorganize it intelligently, not abandoning heritage, but adapting it, not destroying villages, but connecting them, not rejecting tradition, but preparing for the future. Some may say mountains are our disadvantage. I disagree. Mountains are only a disadvantage when combined with fragmentation and weak organization. Look at Switzerland, mountainous, difficult terrain, diverse communities, yet one of the most prosperous societies in the world, not by flattening its mountains, but by organizing around them. They build roads, infrastructure, education, tourism, and local industries around them. Their mountains became an economic asset. The PLM should learn from that lesson. Geography is not destiny. Prosperity depends on how people organize geography. And let us remember, we already possess extraordinary assets: mountains, forests, fertile land, culture, educated people, diaspora network, resilience. Our challenge is not potential. Our challenge is organization. This is why initiatives like Connect the PLM matter. Internet access today is not a luxury. It's infrastructure. Communities disconnected digitally risk becoming economically and intellectually invisible. Technology can transform education, improve healthcare through telemedicine, connect farmers to markets, create entrepreneurship, and allow diaspora professionals to mentor students and institutions at home. But technology without wisdom can divide, and without ethics can manipulate. So as we connect the PLM digitally, we must also cultivate critical thinking, responsibility, and good judgment. Practically, I believe we should pursue universal digital coverage across the PLM, develop rural internet hubs, invest in solar-powered infrastructure, expand telemedicine, strengthen community learning centers, and identify strategic centers for efficient concentration of infrastructure and services. But development is not the only infrastructure, it is people. The greatest resource of the BLM is not our land, it is our people. Across the world, the BLM sons and daughters are professors, engineers, doctors, nurses, entrepreneurs, IT professionals, scholars, public servants, and leaders. Imagine what could happen if we systematically organize this collective intelligence. I therefore propose stronger partnerships between home and diaspora, professional mentorship, digital classrooms, investment platforms, skill databases, annual innovation summits, student mentorship programs, and an annual BLM Innovation Challenge, where young people compete to solve local problems and receive mentorship and seek support. The future belongs to communities that convert intelligence into institutions. But there is another opportunity we have barely imagined: economic development through identity and landscape. Culture and geography can create prosperity. The PLM possesses something many regions would envy: mountains, forests, beauty, culture, hospitality, and history. So I propose two practical initiatives. First, an annual BLM mountain race. Imagine athletes, diaspora families, visitors, media attention, local businesses, hospitality, cultural exhibition, youth participation, entire communities transform into engines of economic activity. Many places have built vibrant local economies around mountain events. Why not the BLM? Second, let us intentionally develop the BLM ecotourism, not destructive tourism, but responsible tourism, protected landscapes, hiking routes, community lodges, historical tours, agricultural tourism, cultural festivals, environmental conservation. Our mountains should not only carry memory, they should also create opportunity. And as we think about building the future, let me remind us of something that should fill us with humility and responsibility at the same time. In the 1960s, while America was sending men to the moon, the BLM remained largely enclaved, cut off by valleys, hills, streams, and absence of motorable roads. Then came a Dutch Catholic missionary, Father John Bromley Hughes, whom many of us lovingly remember as Father John the Road. He helped connect our land. The road was followed by institutions: Seat of Wisdom College, Mary Health of Africa Hospital. Those institutions transformed lives. Generations crossed those roads and entered schools and professions that changed their destinies. That story teaches us that development begins when people decide to build institutions. Our generation must build the next roads, perhaps not roads of gravel, but digital roads, educational roads, economic roads, institutional roads. The next Father John the Road may carry ideas, fiber optic cables, investment, and organizational vision. Perhaps that next Father John the Road is already sitting in this room. But infrastructure alone does not build civilization. Every society eventually becomes an expression of what it believes. Before institutions collapse, ideas collapse. Before economies stagnate, thinking stagnates. And this brings me to something difficult. If we are serious about development, We must abandon superstition and embrace science. We must reject explanations that discourage inquiry, responsibility, innovation, and institutional learning. Too often, societies remain trapped because every failure is attributed to invisible enemies, while practical causes remain untouched. Roads do not fail because of witchcraft. Schools do not improve through fear. Hospitals do not replace medicine with rumor. Economic development does not emerge from fatalism. Prosperity requires effort, knowledge, experimentation, accountability, and science. This does not mean rejecting faith, this does not mean rejecting faith, abandoning culture, or dismissing ancestral wisdom. Faith should deepen responsibly. Faith should deepen responsibility, not replace evidence. Culture should preserve meaning, not prevent progress. Tradition should transmit wisdom, not prohibit questioning. If we want a stronger BLM, our children must become builders, researchers, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, scientists, and problem solvers. We must cultivate curiosity, reward learning, and teach our children not merely what to think, but how to think. The societies that transform the world progressed because they embraced discovery. So let us choose science over superstition, learning over fear, responsibility over excuses, construction over compliance. Development begins when a people decide that reality can be understood and therefore improved. But culture also matters. Culture deserves respect, yet it must remain capable of growth. Some aspects of our culture have evolved beautifully. Others have frozen in time, not because they continue serving people, but because institutions sometimes resist reform. Every generation has a responsibility to ask difficult questions, not to destroy culture, but to strengthen it, not to erase identity, but to make it life-giving. For example, why does the BLM continue operating with only 2 first-class traditional authorities, despite the historical richness and diversities of our communities? How should communities such as Ijenawu be positioned? Should waterheads receive stronger institutional recognition? Perhaps comparable to second-class chiefs, should they receive recognition comparable to third-class chiefs? I am not imposing answers. I am opening a conversation because a deeper principle is this: culture exists to serve people. People do not exist to preserve structures that no longer serve them. Leadership is stewardship. Authority is responsibility. Tradition survives not because people resist change, but because it continues creating and flourishing for each generation. I remain hopeful because I believe the BLM has everything required to flourish: talent, education, memory, global networks, beauty, resilience. Now we need organization. Perhaps that is our challenge: to take what we have learned, achieved, and built, and to pour it back into our homeland, so that by 2050, our small mountainous corner of Africa becomes a model for what Africa yet can become. A place where mountains generate opportunity, education creates prosperity, culture inspires progress, institutions serve people, technology expands possibility, diaspora becomes investment, identity becomes solidarity, and vision becomes execution. The future is not something we merely wait for. The future is something we build. The mountains of the BLM have carried our struggle long enough. Let them now carry our rise. Finally, I would say that these ideas resonate. So finally, if these ideas resonate with you and you would like to contribute to the conversation beyond today, I have placed my contact information on each table. Please reach out. Let us continue imagining and building. I have also made available information about some of my books for those interested in exploring these themes further. I especially encourage you to explore the triple heritage of the Nwe because it speaks directly our story, our history, geography, culture, and the deeper question of who we are as a people. You will also find the splendor of truth. Which explores how truth can be discerned, develops the synthetic loop of knowledge, and argues that knowledge always carries its ethical consequences. We also have beyond doctrine, which reflects how faith remains faithful to truth while continuing to develop in ways that emancipate rather than oppress. Although I do not have copies available here today, another work that may interest some of you is my book called Forced Unity, which reflects on the historical and political conditions that contributed to the Amazonian struggle and proposes possible pathways towards a more peaceful and sustainable future. Ultimately, all of these works ask one question: how do we build communities that are truthful, free, just, and capable of flourishing together? Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless together. And may the future we imagine becomes the future we build.
That deserves a standing ovation, please. Packed and pregnant with so many suggestions and all of that.
Yeah, people, I wrote this book on the PLM. I'm surprised it has been out for like this thing. I've sold less than 20 copies. I'm not doing this for money, but I've done a lot of research about not the PLM as a whole, the Nwe people, but just for instance, and I'm very disciplined, so I get into other fields. But one of the things that I looked into was who is the Nwe man, who is the Nwe man, and here I call it the triple heritage because the Nwe people came, they are both, they are Bayans, they are Bambele. Those are the major tribes that make Nwe, and I believe in experiment. So I went and did my own DNA analysis. Even though just my great-grandmother came from the Cham area, so I know I definitely have Bamileke root, but I found out that I was 26% from Nigeria, which gives us our Bayan roots. I was 50-something from Bamileke, just my great-grandmother is from there, so there is no surprise. But I also found out that even and I've talked to other Nwe people who have this thing. There's a whole thing, but I don't want to go into a lot, but this one is good. And if you really, if you just want to think, understand like what is true and all that, just to let you know, about a month ago, I did a presentation of this book and I won the first prize at the conference in Chicago for my ideas. The idea I put there is called the epistemic fracture. And what is the epistemic fracture? I will simply ask you, I'm sorry, but I'll take 1 second. I asked the question, like, why is it that Africans are at the bottom of the Human Development Index? Is there something wrong with Africa? It's a long story, but my short is in that no, there is nothing wrong with Africa. The problem is the way we think. I mean, it's a deep stuff, but look at it.
Okay, people are turning over to the chair. You can get these books on Amazon. I'm sorry he couldn't just bring some book. I'm handy. I have just bought my own handy copy. But one quick thing that he said about leaving superstition and going in for science. I often say that the belief in superstition has done more damage than actually witchcraft has done to people. Think about that. The belief in witchcraft has done a lot more damage than what witchcraft has actually done. So over to you, Chair.
Yeah,
Great. I did not expect less. JJ, me and you have had very long, sometimes go into very long conversations, and because we share these thoughts together. And again, thank you for that very eloquent, simple, but yet profound thoughts. A couple of things. I would just make that word open up to the floor for reflection, I mean, for people to say. You know, because sometimes I've told people, they call us 99. And so I kept looking at this, like, why, when I talk to people and I talk to Burma people, and I say, make that 99 be 99 possibilities, not 99 ways of not being able, of giving me impossibilities, right? So when you tell me about, look, I have to say this, and the one person, if you want me to not, if you don't want me to do something, tell me that I cannot do it, because I will do it only to prove you wrong. And that is the thing that we should all, and I think that the Bangla man has that. And I've always said as well, I mean, you must have heard me say this generally at the places, that intelligence and stupidity are randomly distributed. They are random coefficients. What does that mean? Take any 10 people from here, take any 10 people from China, take any 10 people from Finland, from wherever. There will be equal number of intelligence as they are stupid people. And there will be an equal number of moral as they are immoral people. The one difference is organization. How do you organize a society? Because societies that will thrive, they put their smart people and their moral people in charge. But societies like ours, now back in Cameroon, you put the stupid people in charge. So sometimes when you're actually even talking, you have no idea what you're talking about. And this is really our fundamental problem. And I would urge us, those of us that are especially Burma people here, we are all good at something, but we may not all be good at the same things. And so, and just because, and let us stop counting everything that we do in money and cents, and in dollars and cents. It starts from ideas first, before you get it transformed. And so, I would go to, you know, and you say knowledge should be discovered and not revealed. Because each time somebody tells you that knowledge is only revealed, what are they telling you? Like the pastors, right? That they are the only people because they are actually in direct communication with God. But when you talk, when you say knowledge is, when you want to talk about knowledge that is discovered, it takes hard work. It takes hard work, but it is very, very, very rewarding. And so we should always remember a lot of these things. So I would have reflected on a lot of these, and me and you can go on and on, but let me give about 5 minutes or so for people to make comments before we go to the elections. And those some people are telling me about the hall needs to be closed. The only thing is that next time when you want to do this and invite me to chair convention, start on time. Otherwise, I will hold you on until they come and close us in the hall and send us out.
Okay, we'll be taking just 2 reactions, and before that, I will give 2 minutes to Barrister Konola on immigration. Is something that he has to pass out in 2 minutes. Listen very carefully. We all know how important it is this time.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. I'm going to take probably less than 2 minutes. You see me, I've been going up and down on the phone. It's just because the big guy, the Mwambanga over there in Washington, D.C., likes to keep us on our feet all the time. And folks have been calling me here and there to ask questions about the new rule that just was passed last week, or sometime this week, I think Monday or Tuesday. And that new rule is for people who are adjusting their status from whatever they are to green card. You know how before you bring your mom here, your mom is here on a B1 visa, B2, and you file for your mom, she stays here and they process the visa and she gets a green card. You know how F1 students come, when they come here, they get married and then they file to adjust their status and then they go through the green card. That's going to stop. The new rule says if you come here on a temporary visa and you want to adjust your status, you have to go back to your country and do consular processing before you come back. So that's very important. So if you're bringing people here on the B1, B2, or if someone is on the F1, we have to let them know you can't just adjust status anymore. You have to go back. But it does not affect, because I have a lot of clients who are asylees. It does not affect them. If you come here, you apply for asylum, you've been granted asylum, and you want to adjust your status, you are able to stay here and adjust your status to a green card holder. It only applies to people who are here on a temporary visa. Thank you guys very much. So he asked me a very good question about K1, applying for your wife or fiancé. The K1 visa is the visa that you have someone in Africa or somewhere, and you apply for them. With that visa, they go to an embassy and they get the visa to come here. They are coming here for the purpose of adjusting status, so they are good. They can stay here on that, because the visa that's bringing them here is an adjustment of status visa already. So they're able to stay here and then adjust their status. But if your wife is in Cameroon and you're here, you apply for her, of course she's already in Cameroon, so they'll do consular processing and then she'll get the visa and come join you here.
All right, thank you very much. Unless there are anybody comment or anything about, then after this we're going to go to the elections, right? Yes.
Yeah, we've been only two reactions only.
Dr. JJ, thank you so much, and thank you, the BLM Convention, for providing this forum. My question, though, Dr. JJ, I thought from your presentation was about organization, right? So I see which of these books is pertaining particularly to the solutions to that organization that you talked about. And I say this, or are you intending to write one that's just on organization? So that's my question. Thank you.
Great question. Very big question.
Yeah, I would say I used to be a full-time professor, and I've actually written a book called The Modern MBA. It's also online. I think that book is the closest that deals just with organization, but it's more slanted towards business, like running a formal business. However, I tell people the book that I had to write, but knows this, I told you, it's not a joke. I even left my job to sit down. I took 8 months to write this book. It's a philosophy book. It talks about the splendor of truth. It really gets into truth and explains, like, how do you know something is true? What are the criteria and all that? So I would say if you just want one book to read, it would be this. But if you just want organizational, I would refer you to the
organization was in terms of the BLM people organizing themselves so that we can achieve this.
I can take that as a challenge to do that, but this book is already that, and I was thinking that based on what the CEO initiated, the notes that we have about the BLM, which we have already started thinking about that could be a starting point where I could take those and I try to reach the people who send it out, and then I gather and then produce something about the BLM as a whole. The problem is that our people do not read. They don't even want to. For example, I was in Delaware, somebody was asking me to bring copies. I brought 20 copies. Delaware is interested. I think I made a report in the Maryland meeting. I mean, Delaware, we have a functional, not LECDA, they call themselves the BLM social group, but they have refused to join LECDA National, but I paid my dues
all right.
As an individual. Well, my point was just that I took this book there, talked to people. I don't think they've even bought 5 copies.
Okay. So, Chair, you know, these elections is coming, so that is the very next most important thing.
Yes, I mean, that's what we are going to go in for elections now. And that means that the CEO, you want to say something about this? Okay. Yeah.
If I don't openly acknowledge our keynote speaker, I will be disservice to everything he has done here. Just like I mentioned earlier, we listen to everybody. I will take advantage of everything that we got. When I launched the team for this year's convention, Professor JJ saw the team and reached out to me and offered to be the keynote speaker. and I took advantage of that. And I want to highlight something that really speaks to his humility. When he wrote the original speech, it was really long. I went through it. It was too much. And I sent it back to him and said, Prof, can you work on it and narrow it within the LBLM context? I did not find it funny sending something back to Prof. It was tough for me to reach back to him and ask him to do that. And I'm amazed by the way you receive that. Restructure your speech that you are delivering here. I want to thank you not only for coming here, but thank you for your humility. Thank you so much. I just want to say we are honored to have you here.
So now next item is
elections.
And we need an electoral
officer, yes.
Officer or returning officer. So I mean, how do we do it? We am happy to just stay here and do that service.
Yeah, we are going to election. Ever since LECDA USA, ever since I came here, I've not asked for anything that I consider a favor for myself. But I'm about to ask for a personal favor. I've been in this country for 20 years. We do have the dance group that we have invited to come and perform for us, and they are rehearsing out there with their own drums. And we have LECDA Atlanta with their drums here. But I remember 10 years, when we come to a convention like this, they will look for a DJ to play music for us to dance. Listen, and that was thanks to one of our LBLM father. And I want you, if you think I've done a good job as a CEO of LECDA USA, I want you to do me a favor. I'm here to honor a traditional icon, somebody that has helped to project the BLM beyond boundaries. We're projecting our culture.
Can you call everybody in, please? Thank you.
I would have done this at night, but there is a plea that accompanies this recognition. Can somebody call Nkemacha?
And the commercial pop, I have your attention, the pop of Motekele. Can you correct?
Like I said, years behind, people know to dance. We were dancing our traditional music, listening to it from the DJ. As a young man, I have seen this my father struggle. As a BLM artist, walking solo, doing everything. Even most of these drums are carved by him. From playing himself to cleaning the drums, what do you have? A lot of people know the BLM and know what the BLM culture looks like because of him. And I'm here on behalf of the entire BLM community to give him something that he can hang on his wall and know that the people of the BLM makes him proud. But the reason I am giving this award now is because I want to ask for a personal favor, not just a piece of wood. He gave me a project asking for a plate. I did not have time to take that project to the court. but the assembly can empower the board to see how they assist him, as simple as that. And I will remain grateful that everything, if all the praises that you will have given to me as a CEO, I want us to bundle it and give to this my father. And so I will be inviting one of the chiefs to come and hand this. LECDA USA present the Guardian of Agwanwe Heritage Lifetime Cultural Preservation Awards to Mbe Nkamachai Atemken in recognition of over 20 years of unwavering dedication to the promotion, preservation, and protection of the Mbe language and Bangwa cultural heritage. Atlanta, Georgia, May 23, 2026.
On behalf of the chiefs here present, on behalf of the NKEM and the Mafwas, all the notables here present, this organization is called LECDA USA because of the strong word in the middle, culture. And you have been the backbone of the BLM culture. Please accept this symbolic token of appreciation for the work you started and the work we know you will continue. May God bless you.
Atlanta 2026. All the chiefs, please. LECDA USA, stand up. Libyan people, this is our moment. From vision to action.
From the mountains of Libya to the cities far away, our people rise together, building hope for a brighter day. Hand in hand, we're moving forward.
All right.
Unity and love so strong.
It's almost, we have talk about 4 hours out of here, and we still have the fundraiser. So we are going to get to let us right away. Chief, you wanted to say something very quick about the election. DJ, please, sit down.
Is it related to the election?
Yes.
Okay.
That was amazing, amazing.
sisters. When I was elected to the office of the CEO, it was in the convention we had in Ohio, and we had a full room full of people. That in that full room, the LECDA community was able to select individuals to run the affairs of LECDA USA. And my predecessor had the same result. We have seen this organization struggle in the past based on a quick election in a scanty space as we have today. I am personally, and I know a lot of people have expressed the same concern, that running an election today with the number of people that we have, LECDA talked about 1,000 members, 4,000 members. And then here we have 100 and something, here we have, let us take it as a challenge to work on our numbers to the next convention. So on behalf of the chief, with due consultation, on behalf of the chiefs, I am tabling a motion on the floor, pleading with the current BOT to stay in place for one more year, and we move this election of today to 2027, after fully mobilizing the Liberian community to be in California for a full election. That is a motion, and I plead with you all to see with the chiefs and vote that motion to prevail. Thank you.
This is a period of election, and actually, in our protocols we were supposed to empower an electoral body who would actually sit here, and that decision should be taken by the electoral body. Right? Yes. That motion should be tabled in front of the electoral body. I say again that I'm a very, very big institutionalist, and sometimes we try to do things from the goodness of our heart, but it could really be misconstrued and be misused in different scenarios. So my plea would be that we rather, there's a motion on the floor, people can react to that motion, but my plea would have been that we do the necessary formal stuff. Set up an electoral body, the electoral body gets here and we return everybody else, by that kind of a motion. That would be a very formal, procedural way of doing things. That's my only, I have no issues with your motion. I have only issues with thinking about the process and how it can be misconstrued in the future.
So we need to
there is a motion on the floor. If somebody wanted to second that motion, I wanted to actually make this so that there is a motion on the floor. If somebody wants to second that motion, they do. If they don't want, they can get a counter motion and then we can move on. Or maybe if you want to take it from me, we can move on. I'm an institutionalist. Yes. Mr. Barombe, are you on this motion? Okay.
In as much as I agree with Chief Fomeche, but let's not set precedents. Okay. The laws are there for a reason. If we go to California and we have this all again this way, we're going to move it to the next convention. So there's a reason why this is an elective year. And I really beg that let's try to follow our laws. That's why we get important in Cameroon all the time.
So are you moving?
That's the counter motion.
Yeah. So, Fomeche's motion was seconded by Fuatabe. Permit me, I also don't say Chief Fuatabe. I just call him Fuatabe because Chief is not way. And I want to also quite reminding us this. When I say Fomeche, it's not out of disrespect. It is actually the way it has to be. It has to be done. So I'm tired of hearing Chief for that motion seconded. So there's a counter motion on the floor, right?
Yes. And one person here to.
Yeah. Wait, there is a counter motion on the floor. Did I hear?
Anybody to second?
Was that a counter motion?
Yeah, it was a counter motion.
Okay. Who seconds that counter motion? All right, that is seconded. So please, let us, if there are two motions on the floor, I just want us to vote on this motion, get it out. We don't have time. All right? So if you may permit me, unless you are saying something in pertaining to how we can better do this.
Yes.
Okay. I give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. My only question will be, the CEO and his team, are they willing? Because some work has gone behind us, and we don't want to impose it on someone. We can go on with the election, but are they willing?
So, which means, Mr. CEO, even before they get to the counter motion, what the people are saying is even before they get to, because the motion to retain you may win. Are you willing?
I don't have my willingness to serve has to come from my decision and not from motion.
All right. So, okay. We have two motions on the floor. Let's vote on this motion. Get it out.
Did you hear what I said? If I have to do it, I have to do it when I'm ready. No promotion. So
What you mean by that is that because the motion that was actually made was a motion to return you.
And I should be asked.
Yes.
I want to say I'm not out of motion because motions are not part of it.
Right. Chair, are we saying by your motion, so everybody is clear that is you are declining that motion? So yes.
So let's put this under context. We are not coming here to elect the entire BOT. We already have the BOT made out of chapter president and condom president. And per the constitution, we just need but 5. In my opening statement, when I called this assembly, I said we should not get in the habit of waiting for people. And what we are saying, we are doing now, is just waiting for people. I have fought hard, and most of the proposal that I put here is because I don't want us to keep looking for a strong man to lead organization. Let's create strong institutions. I asked for a lot of recommendation to assist the CEO because I had anticipated that it is time for me to leave that position. I'm not leaving LECDA USA. But everything I advocated here is in such a way that the next person coming on board has a good platform with the resources that you can have to work. I wasn't arguing for myself, and I was asking for that because I wanted the next person to have a good platform to serve. Please. So we need 5 people if we were to consider.
We need 5 board members, right?
Correct. To
join the. From what I heard, there are about 23 or supposed to be 23 board members.
Correct.
So there are 5 that are needed. So we already have a majority of 18 supposed board members that are already there, right?
So you give the 5, Dr. Ekon.
Yes.
The 5 will join the existing board members, and they will go in a short clip and come up with their CEO. That is all we need. And then we can go to the election of the LECDA Solidarity Group administrators. It's supposed to, let's not be worried by the population. The political discussion that we have had here is not, it's because we are few.
I agree with you. Fuad, haven't heard that explanation. Do we still need to vote on this motion or you withdraw that motion? No, I mean, you have heard that motion. It will serve us a lot to just. All right, anyway, so all those in favor of a motion, to conduct election today, say yay. Yay. All right, all those in favor of election of the motion to postpone the election to California next year? Say yay. All right. Our motion, the motion to conduct election today carries, right? So we're done. All right. That said, yes. Election.
Can we remind us those 5 people that need to be replaced?
The position.
That's not my. I want to just get an electoral committee that will read out that list. So you guys haven't even understood what my job is. So can we nominate 3 members to be to the electoral committee? All right. One over there. And so somebody nominate my twin brother, who happens to be holding the microphone here. And then I have been joined here by 2 other members. Right? So we have 3. All right. As I'm told, yeah. This election, there are 2 elections that we are conducting, Mr. CEO, correct? Yes. The election for the board members, to replace the board members, and the election for 2 LECDA solidarity administrators, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to start by the election of the board members. I wish I had a copy of the bylaws. I didn't know that I was going to be, just so that we can, does anybody have a copy to quickly just read the criteria for board member, to be elected as a board member? Mr. CEO, Mr. CEO, do you have a copy of the Constitution where I can reflect, where I can just refer to the section that deals with election of board members, qualifications? All right. So if you don't, can you try, as the Chief Executive Officer, can you remind us what those qualifications are to be voted as board member? So they have to be a board member, a registered member of an active chapter. What about somebody who is not a registered member of an active chapter but pay their dues regularly? No. Please, I'm asking the question. I'm asking clarification from the Constitution. I don't want us to get to the point where we will get. All right. So, we're going to have then nominations. We're waiting for board members, 5 board members, right? And I think what we would do, because we want to get it, the procedure will be this. If we have more than 5 people, we'll give each name, we'll tell you people whose name it will put in alphabetical order. We'll give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll give you their names and their numbers. So that when you get your ballot box, your ballot paper, you are going to just simply tick the 5 that you want. I'm told that it has to be by secret ballot. Yes. So this is why the voting material is. Do we understand the process? So we're going to allow people, and so if we get them 1, 2, 3, 4, if we have only 5, then that is fine. We'll get number 1 to number 5. Then we'll let you people know the names. We'll give you the ballot boxes. When you just simply check the people, and then when we count, the first 5 will be elected. Correct? All right. So that way we make it easy and snappy. All right. Nominations.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Chief Afro James.
You're already a board member. All right, okay. Nomination.
Please, I just want to, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm giving them. I'm giving them mic.
All right, yeah.
I just wanted to ask if Chief, because I know that Chief was elected 3 years ago, except that he's the president of the chapter or founder, I don't think that anybody can say that he's already a board member. Because all the 5 board members, their term of office expires today. That is CEO, Madame Therese, Chief Abwe, Pro.
We're talking about board executive. There are 5 board members that we are replacing today. One of them is Chief Omenji, he is not here. Nkemalem Payos is not here today. Dr. Mrs. Ami, she was elected from the floor to the board. She's not a chapter president. Chief Afue James was elected from the floor to join just like what we are doing here. So it is important that we know those 5. Like I said, the others are already in the board. We are not nominating them, they're already chapter presidents. So there are only 5 that we nominated in 2023 that we need to find 5 new members. If you want to re-nominate some of these people to the board, that is fine.
So again, Mr. CEO, can you read out the names for the record? Yes. Right. So your term was expiring, and they are nominating you to go back to the board.
Yes.
All right? Okay, so that nomination is accepted, I guess?
Yes.
All right, okay. So we have 1 nomination. Second nomination.
For continuity purposes, Dr. Mrs. Amin has been there and worked with this CEO and knows everything, so I nominate her for CEO. For the board, rather. Dr. Mrs. Amin.
So Dr. Mrs. Amin is nominated again, re-nominated to the board, correct? Yes. Any objection to her nomination?
No.
All right.
I would like to nominate His Royal Highness of Otabetu to the board.
His Royal Highness Otabe nominated to the board. Any objection to that nomination? All right. Okay. So more nominations.
I want to nominate.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to nominate Mr. Oliver Asana. He was already about to return.
I'm so sorry, I cannot return to the bar.
Okay. So sorry. You declined the nomination?
No, I declined.
All right.
I would like to nominate Honorable Pauline Lembo.
Honorable Pauline Lembo nominated to the board. Any accepted? All right. Good. Good. Yes. I think. All right.
I would like to nominate Dr. Aroke to the board.
Dr. Aroke Hillary nominated to the board. So we have how many so far? 4, right? Or 5 so far?
I am seeking nomination to be an administrator, so I'm not seeking to be the board. Thank you.
All right.
Good.
All right. So we have 4. I like straight shooters and frank speakers. 4 more nominations.
Dr. Fortuchan.
Dr. Joe Fortuchan.
Thank you, but no. My burden is so much.
All right.
Another nomination here.
I'm sorry.
My intention was to nominate Barrister Fidelis Fodumala for the board.
All right. Any more nominations? We have 4 nominations.
Can I nominate again?
Yep.
I nominate Imelda Asso.
Mrs. Imelda Asso.
I go.
No, I'm not. I'm not in the board. So I'm nominating myself to be a solidarity fund administrator.
All right, okay, so we'll get there. So, in Captain June was also.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be called here to nominate Dr. Primus Nkemju.
Dr. Primus Nkemju.
Thank you for the nomination, but unfortunately, I am not from a functional chapter, even though it is the biggest chapter of LECDA. Unfortunately. Again, I thought we would get to that point, but we'll never get there because of time. Thank you.
Okay.
One nomination here.
One nomination.
Want to nominate Ms. Aida Zengo?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, that I think the ladies, we need more ladies and more capable ones for that matter. Yes. Agree. So you can tap some of the wisdom from Prof. All right. I think when we get to the point where we're no longer having any nominees that are accepting their nominations, I think it's telling me that it is time to probably close that. We have 4 candidates who have been nominated, and in that order, we'll have nomination number 1, and when you pick up your ballot box to vote, and we're going to share the ballot papers, right? No, we just need to do the needful thing. Yes.
The name should be on the ballot, right?
No, it will be difficult to do that for everybody. I want to be snappy. Take the papers and we'll read out the numbers, each individual person's number. And then please, if you just want well, except that they could nominate somebody that the floor does not want. Right? Please, if you want to give me the dispensation to do this openly, you can do that. And then we can move ahead. But if you want me to do things the way they are done, I'm going to do things the way they are done. I've seen an election where they nominate only one candidate, but if you nominate and there are 50 people, and only 10 people vote for that candidate, there's a problem. It's telling you that is, I'm trying to eliminate some of the problems you have been talking about. Right? So there are only 2 ways to do this. Either we do what we are saying, follow our own process and procedure, and then take ballot box, secret ballot, or we do by show, right? All right. I think there is a self-nomination, which is what we really appreciate for Sando, right? For Sando, all right. Sando is nominating himself to the board. All right. Great. So we have 5 nominees. And so, again, just for the purposes of the procedure, please can we share those ballot papers quickly? It will take us 5 minutes to get this thing done. So, yeah. All right. So, is the General Assembly shelving aside the particular clause that says we should do this by secret ballot and giving us the power to do this either by acclamation, by handshake? Can somebody move a motion to that effect?
Say yes or nay.
Can somebody move a motion to give us the permission, the electoral commission, the electoral committee here, to say that we are shelving the specific requirement that requires us to vote by secret ballot for this particular purpose, to vote by open ballot? Yeah. No, there's a procedure.
Thank you, Dr. Edmond. I think for the interest of time, and we only have 5 people that have been nominated and accepted the nomination, so to save time, I'm asking that the General Assembly, that we are proposing that these 5 individuals be voted in by acclamation.
And then remember that, yeah, when they are voted, they will go into a conclave and come back with the executive. So that's how it works.
Well, not today though.
No, yes. They will be installed today.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So the election will come out today.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we have heard the motion moved by Dr. Joe Fatuchan and seconded by Barrister. Yes.
Fidelis Fondumala.
Yeah, by Barrister Fondumala. So all those in favor of that motion say yay. Yay. All those who are against the motion say nay. All right, one by the years carry, right? And yeah, so there are 2 years, there are 2 days, but the years still carry. For the purpose of these 5 people who have been elected to be elected by acclamation, all those in favor say yay. Yeah. All those against say nay. Nay. All right. We still have 2 nays for the records, and the majority of the people. So these 5 people are therefore declared to be. Where's the list, please? People with the list.
Electoral officers. There's still elections for the administrators. Why did they abandon Dr. Emma?
I don't know. No.
Be when they come back to your post.
For the election of the board. We're done with the election of the board. Yes. All right. Yeah. So the new board members, we have for halfway, Dr. Mrs. Ami, His Royal Highness Potade, Honorable Pauline Nembo, and His Royal Highness Bosano, His Royal Highness Wafui, then His Royal Highness Bosano, Honorable Pauline Nembo, His Royal Highness Potabe, and then Dr. Mrs. Abi. So for the records. Good. So now we go to the second election, which is the election of 2 administrators. So, and is this also supposed to be done by secret ballot? So why they do that? Let's get nominations.
There were 2 self-nominees.
This is secret ballot. This is secret ballot.
No, let's finish with those ones and see if they are confirmed to be nominated. There were 2 people that had indicated.
Yes, who nominated themselves?
Yeah, one, right. Dr. Hilary Locke was one.
No, we don't even know.
Okay, he was nominated. And Imelda.
Right. All right.
Yes, awesome.
Are there any other nominees? And anybody else can self-nominate. I will take the nomination unless there is any protest against that.
Yeah, I have a friend that I want to nominate. In Kamame, I've known him for 15 years plus. So I nominate Kamame.
All right. Kamame has been nominated as elected solidarity administrator. Any more nominees? All right.
One over there.
Are there coordinators?
Thank you. Considering the intensity and the integrity that is needed, and with the step we needed people who already know what is going on, if the CEO doesn't mind, this is already on the board, this is already the CEO and he knows a lot about what is going on, I would like to nominate him, Mr. Etienden.
Where is he?
Is he here?
Maybe you went to use the bathroom. Yeah.
CEO Pascal Tiende, your attention is highly needed at this time. He's coming back. CEO, Mr. Tiende Pascal, please, your attention is needed.
Beyond the capacity of each.
So you're nominated for the LECDA Life Administrator.
Yes. Accept. Say yes.
He said okay.
All right. Yep. All right. Any other nomination? All right. So we have four nominations. And those four nominations are Dr. Aroke Hillary, there is Madame Amerda Asol, there is Kemami, and then there is our outgoing CEO, Mr. Pascal Etienne. All right? So please, this is where instructions become really, really important. I'm going to read it again. Dr. Roque Hillary will be number one. When you get your paper, if you tick number one, you are ticking for Dr. Roque Hillary. Okay? If you tick number two, no, what we're going to do is a secret ballot.
Yes, this one must be a secret ballot.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, so they get to see them.
Oh, you mean to come out here? Yes. All right. Yeah, why they distribute the material? I think in this case, if you permit me, I'll give one of them 1 minute alone to let us know why they distribute their letters. All right. Well, please. I said if you permit me. If you don't want it, please just do it in a polite way to tell us that. Yeah? So,
do we have pens?
Right. So, where are the candidates? Please, all the candidates should come here. Outside. Dr. Roque Hillary, Kemami, Madame Asor, and then Mr. Pascal, and then please. You should all come. So, when you come, I want you to stand so that we can just see everybody. Yes. Yeah.
Let them have a seat. They can sit. Let them sit.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, number two, number
the
three.
highest person with the person with the highest votes, the two highest votes will win. Dr. Roque, come please. Oh, you people can just come and see. I'll make it easy. I'll make it easy for everybody. Dr. Roque is number one. Sit here.
There you go.
Mrs. Emerda is number two. You sit here. Kemabin is number three. You sit here. And CEO, come upstairs, please. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? So when you pick your ballot paper, if you tick a tick mark on number one, you are ticking for Dr. Roque. I need you people to tick.
Everybody has this?
Everybody should tick only.
They can just write the names of the people that are holding line. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
Just write your name. Dr. Roque,
Oh, yeah. I think that is fine. Can we just write the name? It will be easier. Yeah. The two people you want. I think that's fine. My brain sometimes get ahead of myself. Things complicated things. So Two names.
Again,
No. This is for administrator.
Let me call the name so you don't make a mistake. The first person is Dr. Aroko Hillary. The second is Ms. Emelda Aso. The third is Nick Mamin. And the fourth is Mr. Philip Pascal.
Again, it is easy. Please only write two names. Yes, if you write more than two names, the vote will be disqualified. I need a ballot. Somebody needs a ballot there. You can just bring them and be counting them somewhere. Just bring them. All right, yeah. Please. In 2 minutes, if you haven't finished voting, we'll close the vote. All right. Can we start counting now? So, Eric.
Can the ladies get the food ready, please? It's 8:15. We need to eat and then get ready right away for the gala night with the fundraiser. The ladies, please get the food ready. Thank you very much.
Atlanta 2026. LECDA USA. Libyan people, this is our moment. From vision to action.
Oh, yeah. Please, why this is being done, in order to save time, we'll request that the board members actually go and begin to use this time to, in their conclave, to give us to bring us, yeah. In my mind.
So all board members go into their conclave, please, right away. Board members that got voted, go into your conclave and come back and tell us who is who.
Maybe just take over the seat. See if we can buy for some time. You have to write.
All the chapter presidents, come and join the conclave, please. All chapter presidents and condoms, chapter presidents and condoms, come join the conclave. Chapter presidents and all the condoms, come out and join the conclave, please, at this time. Why this is going on? The seven boys that will be performing, they should start getting ready. I think, please,
if you are out there, please, if you are out there, please come in. If you took part in this election and you are interested in the results of the long-awaited results of this very, very famous election, please come in here. Please, come in. We want to announce the results of the election.
Meanwhile, the income seven boys You start getting ready. After dinner, you'll be performing to jumpstart the fundraiser. Please.
Can we all come in for the results of the election?
Thank God we're not elected.
Oh my God. Not when there is concern.
I am told that we should go out for dinner to announce the results of the elections. Yes, we've done everything. We've announced. Yeah, I think, yes. I think people should leave for dinner. Just go get dinner. We'll announce the results of the election later on. We have very few. I'm told that we have 3 hours. We've already finished counting. Yes. No, we have all the. Yeah, please send me. No, send me yeah.
Yo naba 57 vila ya naba 47 milliards ya mboka Suisse okotala biso lokola papier hygiénique orodeko mwana mboka uwasalo boni na boni vanité ya vanité tout est vanité. Lobitane, Lobitane. Il y a passé, il y a Tango Yabawen.
Salamanca, Jean Bosco Manda. Un seul verre de souffle, mais il te faut pour te l'océan. Oh, mon frère Carlos. 57 villages, 47 milliards en Suisse. Tu ne peux manger un poulet au poulet. Ton estomac est toujours le même. Et puis, tu es aussi fatigué, aussi déçu. Et plus qu'aucune campagne. Ngoki na sola ya kubaka songo no wa kuma na kuma. O wane e o kango. Kuma na jalo bitandongo bana suwano. Amuna tute because it was Uwa ye yo me boda nango. O ubonde ni nyanga. Wati na bele ni nyanga. Ngese boliye. Gokunye wabe wabe ni gopa ikenge. O si malane. Tolamboe, Gokunye wabe wabe ni gopa ikenge. O masibane. Gokunye wabe wabe ni gopa ikenge. Wako malane. Gokunye wabe wabe ni gopa ikenge. O masibane. Tolamboe. À cause de ta montagne de fric, tu nous prends pour du papier hygiénique après ça. Tu es venu jusqu'à oublier que la mort est une agence de voyage pour ordre de vie pour te dédier à l'essai. Tu n'emportes rien. Tu n'emportes rien. 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 Rien.
person that goes here, what my father come at me, my won't come at me, you thought I'm person to a guy. They also mean, they're getting cool. When I'm who said the color, he thought I even got myself. Wake up, stand up, move forward. Wake up, stand up, move forward. Slogan, Amanda, Henry, Titaba, a friend in need, a friend in need. Mercy and joy for it here, setting the pace for entrepreneurship. Will it be a man? The center of what we are getting to won't be enough. But to be down here on beating it, the thought of a short, the thought of a not for. Long console, let me a man, set up work. What should I be a lamb? Let me a lamb, but come on, be a lamb. Let me a lamb, we come together. Long console, set up work. Yeah. Here we go, huh? Chief Louis, Joel of Canada. Wake up, stand up, move forward. Wake up, stand up, move forward. Lord Mayor of Moika, for the I will never hear. Minka Systems. Oliver, bring it on.
My friends, you cannot give what you do not have. Make sure to help yourself first and then help others. Never try to be someone else because they are taken. Here's the secret. Amplify your unique talents and abilities. Then you will rise and arise and illuminate. That's the way to make a difference in the world.
There comes a time when you let yourself go in the way you want. You just let yourself think. Don't let the past hold you back. Just keep thinking about the way forward. You will just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Got to move forward. It's your life. So